start recording this. I don't know, because the camera decided to put a demo mode because I forgot to turn the demo mode off. But yeah, it's green stars, and I'm going to be talking about camcorders that I own because, well, it's fun. I'm recording this right now tapeless through AV cables and OBS because the tape mechanism in this camera is broken. It's a JVC GR80 and in 2005, JVC engineers thought that it would be a good idea to put plastic teeth on a metal disc and call that a gear. Now, if you know anything about chemistry, or like mechanics in general, you know that plastic with age dries out and shrinks. Metal doesn't do that, and this has been sitting somewhere, so both gears are cracked on it. So, anyways, let's begin from first to oldest, first to newest, and this is in terms of when I got the camcorders. This is my first camcorder that I ever got in 2023 or 2024 on my birthday, and it is this. This is Sony DCR-TRV20. This was my first camcorder ever, and I had it since I was 13, so through 3-ish years, and it doesn't work because the tape mechanism has failed. It gives a C3130 error, which I can show probably very quickly because the batteries in this thing is dead also. Yep, you see C3130 and shuts off itself. I've also probably damaged some other stuff in here, so I'm gonna have to get an entire tape mechanism replaced because it sounds not healthy. And well, yeah, it came with batteries, it came with tapes. It's a mini DV camcorder through and through. Camcorder through and through. I still have the box because there's a tape stuck in this also. So, yeah, first camcorder, used it for a bunch of projects for school, and it doesn't work anymore. This is the newest one that I have, D395U, like I already said. Now, this right here is the oldest camcorder that I own, which is a Sony CCD-TR21. It is a Sony Video 8 Handycam that was released in 1990. This works and records onto video. The problem with this one is that, how do I put it? It has the Sony capacitor problem, the SCP, and also is having a fried solenoid. So it records, it doesn't record well. Ooh, battery is not in a good spot for it. It doesn't record well. It has a lot of issues with like chroma and stuff because of the solenoid. And the battery on this one is like fully dead, but that's expected because the battery is from like the 2000s and it's from a different camcorder. But yeah, I mean, it records. I've used it for projects, but it doesn't record very well and it's very finicky. If like you record for a while, you're gonna have to like let this cool down for 3 hours for it to like even work again. So now let's get on to the ones that I hate the most. These are Canon ZRs, and they are an absolute pain to work with. This one right here, this is a Canon ZR80. It doesn't power on, like no signs of life whatsoever. I've tried DC power, I've tried using a battery, nothing. This thing does not have any sort of life in it. And this one right here, on the other hand, is, if I can find the battery for it, which is right here, because I have to buy external ones, newer ones, so give me a moment. The battery's plugged in. Right. Now this thing also has a problem, which you will see once I put it into camera mode. As you can see, set date and time. Now you're going to hear a high-pitched shrill. Yep, remove the cassette. Now this thing also has cassette issues, which I can show with, because I've not only damaged this part right here because it flexes and I snapped a little piece off, but it can't eject the tape because it has also some broken stuff in it. Problem, because it's not a Sony and it's one of these terrible ZRs, you can't find parts. That is a pain. You cannot find any sort of parts for these, and no one does repairs on them. Because, well, these were cheap. No one bought these, for preservation. People bought them because they needed a camcorder. And so, you can't find parts. And this is the only one that's in working condition. It has some AV stuff. And it's the only one that doesn't display a bunch of error messages, so I have to use a JVC instead. Right, now, since we're talking about a lot of downers, I guess, this is one of the best condition camcorders that I have. And it suffers from the same issue as the D395, except this is Super VHS. Now this is what I like to call the LGR quarter, because this is the exact same camera as LGR, bought also from a Goodwill, like LGR, for 20 bucks, like LGR. This is a JVC SXM250U. It came with the original manual, and with a tape. Now this thing has a broken tape deck, and it works, and I have taken parts from it. You might notice there is a lack of a wrist strap and a lens cap, because later I'll show you my best condition camcorder except for the screen. But I'll show you on this one. Thank God for people making standardized batteries in the 90s and the 2000s, and then immediately giving up on that fact. So, put in a battery, set this to manual mode, show the display, and there you go. There is that camera. See, perfect. And also a flashbang, because gotta get those CCD lens flares. But yeah, this thing works. It can't record on the tape though. I mean, if I wanted to make the perfect camcorder, I can take the tape mechanism out of a different JVC that I have, which is what I did with the wrist strap, and I was planning on doing with the CRT, because this thing is in flawless condition. Unfortunately, because it was unused, it has broken stuff a lot, so I can't really do much with it. Heck, I still have the original warranty card that someone in Sandusky, Ohio wanted to use, but never did. So, let's get on to talking about my big boy. That's the name of this camcorder. This is the big boy, a JVC SXM730U. This camcorder was released in 2001 and is currently my best working camera. Now the thing is, it has a problem, as you can tell. If I'm to cover up the screen, you can see there's a stain in there, and I do not know what that is going on with the camera. But it records onto tape, it plays back tape, so it's a fully functioning camera. I don't have AV cables, so I can't show any footage on it, but it is basically your standard VHS camcorder. And the craziest thing is, I bought this one with the original box, and it has photos from the original owner on it, because this is also a digital still camera. However, because I like to conserve people's privacies, even though that photo is a blast from the past, because it has those speakers that everybody owns. Everybody in the 2000s own, the ones that I'm talking about, right? The rectangles with the little hole in them. It has those photos and has a old computer. It's really cool. Anyways, let's talk about the third working camcorder that I have, which is the thing that was a miracle, because this camera costed me $6. And it is a Sharp VL-E37U view cam. This little piece was more expensive than this entire camcorder. This allows me to get footage directly off of the view cam. And I think I left the battery somewhere, but it works. It powers on. It records onto Video 8 cassettes, because I am a cassette purist. Camcorders are meant to be used with cassette, not tapeless. Unless the tape mechanism is broken and you don't have the money to repair it. But those like cassette tapeless things, they're like $200, and like the repair will cost you what, like $120 in like a couple of weeks, which is the same, slightly cheaper. But yeah, this thing is a Sharp view cam that records onto video 8, not high 8, just regular 8mm. I love this camera so much. I got 2 of them. The exact same model, except this one is broken and it has some issues with it. I will show. Whereas this is what a non-broken tape mechanism looks like. On this one, it's very damaged and has some rattle because I found a loose screw in it and I don't know what the screw is, and it's not like ejecting anything, so I can't even like disassemble it to see what's wrong with it. Look, I'm probably going to use it as a parts camcorder, but barely don't have any use for it because I already have one working one. So yeah, next tapes, I have 3 TDK HD Ultimate VHS tapes. I have 1 non-box JVC 30-minute tape, which is in the SXM730U, which is the non-broken JVC Super VHS camcorder. These both have a tape stuck inside of them, so that's 2 mini DV tapes, followed by a third stuck mini DV tape. And I have 2 more tapes that I cannot find for the life of me, and I do not know where they are. But I do have 2 more mini DV tapes. I have 5 mini DV tapes, and I have 2 Video 8 tapes. One of them is in the view cam. The other one is the Sony that I showed. And 4 VHSs, but I'm also getting a new, let me just look up on eBay because I bought it recently and it's arriving only in a week. But I have purchased a Sony CCD-TR21, which is the one camera that like a lot of people are looking for, the digital 8 variant of it. I don't know why. I bought mine because it had like a broken screen. The guy said it's untested. Like the screen looked like a golf ball. It just sheer amount of like dots and holes in it. I wish I could show you this JVC, but you could probably just Google JVC GR80D395U. It's a pretty good condition. I tried to repair it and broke there's 3 things that hold the tape in, like not a tape, like a take-up reel, or whatever the fuck those things called, the gears that spin the tape, that go like that. I broke one of the 3 things in the middle that hold it together, so I'm not gonna try touching anymore. But yeah, I have a bunch of caster chargers and stuff like that. And I have a bunch of... I also have some... Let's see if I can I'll probably open my closet because I'm gonna get some cool stuff. Hopefully I don't die. Because we are grabbing this. It's a Sony MVC-FD83. And it works, and it's not my only Mavica that I have, but it's the one that is a complete set, except for the fact that I don't have a charger for it. It takes Intel Lithium L, which is different from Intel Lithium M. And it works as a Mavica, except for the fact that the previous owner apparently broke the display on it as you can tell. But it can do photos, as you can see. It cost me $50 for the entire thing, which I'm like, Mavicas are pretty cool. This is the video, so this is its old Mavica. This is the one that I have.
little bit of orange red.
And I can't show you what's on it because there is a diskette inside of the camera, but it has some kid like family recording from 2006 on it, so you know. I respect people's privacy, despite the fact that I don't think the kid remembered even owning this camera. But this is a Mavica-FD91, which has a cool feature. Has a very cool feature that I'm able to do this. There you go, that's what you guys look like to me. So this is more of a like prosumer Mavica because it has a lot more manual features, such as a manual f-stop, a weird like zoom thing, a lot of things, and woo, email, 2x floppy disk drive in XGA resolution, which is 1024 by 768. And it came with also the larger capacity Sony Lithium, which is an NP550. Some camcorders use that, but it's mostly Mavica shit. Oh, first time cursing on this. So, yeah. My favorite, if it worked, would be this, because I like old Sony ones. Though I really